The starting lineup for the visiting Memphis Grizzlies. At small forward, Dylan Brooks. Let's bring out the start.
And we've got a game that's sure to be a crowd pleaser, Greg. Two high-octane offenses going head-to-head.
And it's not just run and gun. Each team has a very well-refined attack. And this kind of matchup comes down to which side can maintain their energy through all four quarters.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. And it's Adams in at the 5. So the Memphis Grizzlies able to put the first points up on the board. Russell kicks to Towns. Pass to Gobert. And it's Russell in the corner. The kick out to Towns. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
Using outstanding floor awareness there. Russell's ability to pick apart the defense and find the open man.
Now here's Morant. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
John Morant impressed me as a rookie, but in 2022, he really started blowing the roof off.
He's been doing some tremendous things. And how about a 52-point game in February that year? Only 12 of those points came from threes. That's a lot of buckets. This team thinks they should be up in front, but at least they tied it up.
McDaniels finds Towns. The shot, no good. Adams, some nice D. Morant against Russell. Morant passes to Adams. Counts the basket.
And this is where Adams has the biggest impact. The closer to the basket, the more effective he is.
Russell inside. Guarded by Morant. And good that time.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You gladly take those.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Now, here is Russell. For 3, Edwards. Brooks grabs the board. Now here's Morant. 5 points in the game with the drive. And Morant throws it down.
I don't know, but it seems like Morant's got springs or something in his shoes.
Russell dishes to Edwards. Outside, Towns. Out to the right wing. Russell kicks to Towns. 6 on the shot clock. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here from about 16, and the shot is long.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
And it's Morant missing. Timberwolves trail by 4. One word you always hear the Grizzly players mention is chemistry.
Yeah, you can't fake chemistry. It is true. When you ask these guys what makes their team special, they point out what a tight-knit group they are. Some people might not think chemistry is a big deal, but it is huge when it comes to this league.
And one thing is, if you look on paper, it could feel like there's chemistry. But as you know, sometimes it doesn't translate to the real world.
No, it does not translate. And then after that, if you don't have chemistry, you better have professionals.
Now here's Morant. Steven Adams unable to get his last shot to go. 1:30 left to play in the first quarter. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks. I caught up with Chris Finch. He told me defensively they have to stop dribble penetration, challenge the lobs at the basket, and generally make it difficult to get to the front of the rim. They don't want this to turn into a dunk fest because that will not end in their favor. Guys?
Thank you, David. The Timberwolves trail. Outside, Russell. The kick out to Towns. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And so Morant will bring it up for Memphis. Left side, Bain. knocks down the three ball.
One of the most dynamic passers to enter this league in a while. Morant, this man is in full control of the offense.
Russell passes to Gobert. It's stolen by Adams. It's Brooks on the wing. McDaniels defending. Adams. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Oh, here's Edwards. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And again, the turnover by the Timberwolves. We've got 22 seconds left in the first. Russell against Morant. Outside, Bain. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Russell kicks to McDaniels. Into the lane. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We come back right after this. Just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies. So it's Minnesota now. They trail by 9 points. So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spot, Morant and Bain. And it's Adams in at the center filling out the middle. Richard, so much of today's NBA defense is about covering the pick and roll. As a player, is that something you enjoyed, taking on that challenge of covering the screen roll game?
You only enjoy that challenge because you are a competitor and you want to win. Is it something that I'm doing on my own? Is it something that I'm doing in my spare time? Probably not. I can think of more fun things to do.
Exactly. It is not, and there are so many variations, right, of the screen roll that you can defend it as many ways as you can run it.
And these players are so talented that they can stop and pop from three. You have to guard them at the half-court line. Before, you could guard them at the three-point line. Now you got to meet them at half-court, and there's screens all over the place. It's miserable.
Adams against Towns. It's Morant in the corner. A second chance effort. And that's 2 points on the layup. Morant's got 9.
A point guard with length. Morant can do a little bit more than just handle himself inside.
And since coming into the league, Desmond Bain, Richard, has quickly established himself as a knockdown three-point shooter.
Yeah, his accuracy and efficiency from out there is incredible. The spacing he provides is why he's a key part of this team.
Timberwolves trail by 10. Outside, Russell. The kick out to Towns. Over to the left wing. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. And the Grizzlies leading by 10. Morant surveying the D. Nifty move. Passes it to Adams. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. 6 points for him.
And turning down what would have been a tough shot for himself into an easy one for his teammate.
Edwards kicks to Russell. Driving inside. McDaniels with the ball. Now defended by Bain. Tries the spin move. Just 5 to shoot. McDaniels dishes to Russell. Here's the three. It's hauled in by Adams. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Morant outside. He dishes it to Jackson. Slam home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one is on Towns.
And you can see the strength that Jackson has added to that huge frame. He is turning into a monster.
On the free throw, no good. It's Gobert with the ball for the Timberwolves. It's a 14-point game. Russell against Morant. Here's Towns, and the rejection by Jackson. Payne finds Morant over Edwards. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in this game. Trying to get something going, and Towns throws it down.
And that's what we call playing with force. And Towns going up for the dunk, daring the defense to contest.
The pass to Payne. Back to Morant. On the wing, Payne. They grab their own miss. Brooks outside. A three-pointer is right on target. And the Grizzlies lead by 15.
He doesn't take a lot of time to make up his mind. Brooks always thinking ahead, and he's in position before the pass is made.
Spins. Edwards can't hit.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
And finished off by Morant.
When Morant drives, he is just so difficult to stop. His agility, that's what makes beating the D look so easy.
Now here's Edwards. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul. Russell against Morant. The kick out to Towns. 5 on the clock. A three-pointer, no good. Memphis with the ball. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. Brooks outside. Fires the three. Good. And the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 5th assist in this one. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Russell with it. He's picked up by Morant. Here's Towns, and Towns throws it down.
Get him the ball anywhere close to the hoop. That thing is over.
Morant outside. And Morant throws it down.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
It's caused them to pull away a bit. Let's see if they can keep the train on the tracks.
Edwards can't hit.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
And so it's Memphis controlling the game and finishing.
Your Minnesota Timberwolves. 10. The Grizzlies. 30.
With the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
And when you rip through the D like he did in that first half, you gotta stay aggressive. Keep getting to the rim.
Prince out there with Anderson. Then it's Naz Reid. And it's Noel in at the shooting guard. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And the dunk by Jackson.
Goodness, Jackson off the sweet pass. Throw it up to him. Jaron knows what to do.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Now here's Jones. To the left wing. The turnaround. Minnesota with the rebound.
Well, the defense didn't have any impact on that shot, but somehow he still misses it.
The kick out to Anderson. Here's Noel. No points in the game yet for him. Anderson's shot is off. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. They kick it out to Green. Richard, you were part of a Cavs team that came back from 3 games to 1 down in the NBA Finals to win the title. Remarkable. Just how hard was that to do?
Well, let me say this. I think it was the greatest championship ever. And I'm not being biased. Those are the facts. They were the defending champion. They had the 2-time MVP. They won 73 wins that year. So for me, that was the most special comeback because we played in the greatest championship of all time.
I'm assuming there was no doubt in your mind at all you would come back, correct?
That's a lie. There was tons of doubt in my mind, but I will say this. When you have a group of guys that stay together when you're down 3-1, it's because you believe in each other and we believed in ourselves. This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
Here's Noel. It's deflected, and they get it back. Reed misses. Memphis has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Pass to Conshaw. Offline with his 3.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. We've heard about player tracking on the court, but now shot tracking is helping players refine their strokes. It measures not just makes or misses, but the arc and the depth, and the left to right direction of shots. These systems provide instant feedback to shooters and help them find the bottom of the net. Kevin, back to you.
Sign me up. That is a fascinating story. David, thank you. And again, Memphis, no good. Minnesota's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. McLaughlin, the pass to Reed, and he dunks it down.
He is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. From downtown, Conchar can't get it to go. Timberwolves have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. And the foul called on Danny Green. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's Reed, and he jams it with authority.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Jones looking for an opening. Pass to Aldama. 6 to shoot. Passes it to Concha. Fires from the wing. He doesn't hit that one. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Here's McLaughlin. Scores off the crossover.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
But this is a game again, and the other side has to be feeling a little bit nervous with how quickly that lead vaporized.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
The Timberwolves converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. That free throw, no good. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. He hits the second from the line. And the Grizzlies leading by 19. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. It's Morant with the drive. Can't hit from in close. Anderson right side. The pass to Prince. Here's Noel. Tries the spin move. And so it's Memphis with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The Grizzlies shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the point. Out to Brooks, 4 on the shot clock. Bain inside the three-point line. That one off the back iron and out. Timberwolves trail by 19. Gobert finds Russell. Outside, Towns. Outside, Edwards. Back to Towns. Puts it up from 17. Up again. And there's Gobert putting it right back in.
And just an excellent rebounder. Gobert is so good at using that incredible wingspan to track down those additional scoring opportunities.
Here's Morant. Gobert with the block. Edwards against Bain. Takes it off the glass.
And don't let Edwards' position fool you. Anthony is built like a linebacker. That upper body strength helps him down low.
Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Russell dishes to Edwards. He kicks it to Gobert. Back to Edwards. And the rejection by Jackson. Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
So creative with the ball in his hands. Morant is adept at creating offenses for himself.
Edwards inside. Guarded by Bain. Outside, Towns. The dish to Edwards. Out to Russell. Lets it go with the 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
Good form on the jump shot. Russell's ability to stretch the floor makes him even more valuable.
Up top, Morant. He's guarded by Russell. Morant drives in. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be a Rudy Gobert. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Grizzlies.
You know, John Morant's such a dynamic guard. His combination of speed and creativity, that makes for some tough matchups.
Outside, Russell. Outside, Edwards. And Adams sends it back.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject them.
2 minutes.
Out to Brooks. Memphis moving it around. Payne for 3. And again, Memphis no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Edwards. And the rejection by Jackson. The kick out to Towns. Right wing. McDaniels passes to Towns. Back to McDaniels. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid on.
17 foul.
And the Grizzlies leading by 18.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Memphis.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for John Morant.
He was just dropping dimes left and right out there. Any opening that the D provided, he exploited it and found his teammates.
Outside, Bain. Little turnaround. Off the left rim and out. Edwards against Bain. Edwards kicks to Gobert. Dishes to Towns. pass to McDaniels. To the paint. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And no issues at the rim for Gobert. One of the league leaders in flushes. The Frenchman loves to finish above the rim.
And here's Morant. From deep three-point range, the shot no good. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they... David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
And Steve Smith. I'm Brian Anderson. We'll hear from Allie Well, when we look at tonight, this could come down to the backcourts, Grant. They're both very talented.
Yeah, B.A., you know I love great guard play. And, of course, each team has some serious skills at that position. So expect a fast pace of play, lots of threes. It should be one heck of a matchup.
So here's the Clippers starting group. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Wall in at the point. Russell to pass to Gobert. Shot clock at 2. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. Now Wall. George outside. Out to Leonard. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Grant.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement.
Outside Russell. Towns finds Gobert. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Here's Towns. Outside McDaniels. Spins. It's stolen by Wall. Leonard against Russell. And just over a minute played here to start the game. Shoots from the right block. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. George against McDaniels. Right side Edwards. Russell to pass to Towns. Driving inside. And it's powered home by Towns.
Looking ferocious on the drive. You know, I love seeing Towns going hard and finishing with power.
Wall against Russell. And the big finish by Wall.
Ooh, putting on a show for the fans. Going up with a graceful reverse.
Oh, that had a little extra sauce on it, Grant. Outside Edwards. Pass to Gobert. It's rebounded by Zubats.
You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves, recording their second winning season since 2005, getting on track for future success. just knifing his way to the rim.
He looked practically unstoppable on that play. Now here's Russell. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. McDaniels passes to Edwards, shoots over George. Edwards can't hit. So what do you think the keys are that could help Minnesota continue to grow over last year?
Well, you know, there's always room for guys to improve their game, but I think it's really the intangibles, building trust amongst players and becoming a more mature team.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Russell pass to Gobert. Up top, Edwards. George defending. Here's Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
And when Gobert cuts like that, it's over for the defense. For a big man, his mobility is unreal.
The kick out to Morris. From outside the arc. Clippers keep it alive. The Timberwolves trail. Pass to Edwards. Tries the spin move. Here's Towns. And stolen by Leonard. Wall with it. Russell covering. Wall, the pass to Leonard. And stolen by Edwards. Down low. The shot by Russell, no good.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
George. McDaniels with some nice D. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Back to Edwards. And he converts the layup.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. And here's Wall. For 3, George. Morris for 3. The kick out to Wall. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Zubac. Tries again. The rebound by the Timberwolves. 19 seconds left to play in the first quarter. McDaniels from long range. George with a steal. To the inside. Morris. It's blocked by Gobert.
The wingspan of Gobert is huge, and he uses it so well to deny shooters.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Timberwolves ahead. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
So here are the 5 for the Clippers to start the second. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Wall in at the point guard position. Morris can't hit.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Coming off his 3rd All-Star performance, it's easy to say Rudy Gobert is one of the best centers in the league.
Towns a screen on George. And here's Edwards outside. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Wall. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Wall's got his 2nd basket of the game. And Spydi, no question, Gobert, one of the best bigs we have in the league right now.
You're right, B.A. The reason why 3 consecutive All-Star appearances. He's led the league in field goal percentage multiple times. And he's a block machine.
5 to shoot. Edwards for 3. Sinks it from distance. Edwards has got 5 now.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
And the Clippers call time here. Here's George. Towns with a rebound. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Russell to pass to Gobert. Towns for 3. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
Love the decision by Gobert. finding the open teammate, playing smart basketball.
Time called here. The Clippers decide to talk it over. Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. Leonard against McDaniels. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
So it's the Clippers now, trailing by 5. George passes to Zubac. The kick out to Wall. Clock at 6. Morris for 3. In the past, you'd see coaches use the fire and brimstone approach. We don't see that much anymore, Spydi.
No, times have changed. It's still okay to get emotional and do some hard coaching, but now you have to stay in control, or sometimes you will lose the players' respect.
Towns against Morris. Towns a screen on George. It's McDaniels on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here.
I love the way George can move his feet and challenge the shot without fouling.
Double team on Leonard. Pass to Wall. And here's Zubac. It's George on the wing.
Timberwolves foul. Jaden McDaniels. First personal foul. Second team foul.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Leonard outside. Up top, Wall. 3 on the clock. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Russell to pass to Towns. That three's off the mark. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. You know, thinking about the Clippers' history, those Lob City days really stand out, Spydi.
Yes, BA, one of the most fun eras in recent NBA history. Click and DeAndre throwing down alley-oops from CP3. That team had their own style, attitude. I love watching that Lob City group play.
And it's Russell on the drive. Back to Edwards. The 3 is up. He drops it from range. Edwards got 8.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. And as we head into this break, the players have an opportunity to replenish their energy with Gatorade as they prepare to go into the final stages of this ball game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, not to mention over the course of a season, you have to stay hydrated. If you don't, it's amazing how much slower your body is to bounce back. It can have a serious effect on performance, no question.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Timberwolves?
Well, in my opinion, the way the 3 has been falling for them here early on, you have to think they'll keep firing away.
They've also been quick to set up their teammates, wasting no time making the extra pass for the open look.
Russell finds McDaniels. Back to Russell. Outside Edwards. Towns for 3. Rebound by the Clippers. George outside. The 3 ball. Gets it to go. Makes him 2 for 5.
Showing off his range. Wow, Paul George can hurt you from anywhere on the floor.
There's 39 seconds left in the half. Towns passes to Edwards. Back to Towns. McDaniels from long range. Knocks down the triple. McDaniels got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
And being that Wall is a point guard, it's his responsibility to facilitate. Just a terrific dime right there.
Edwards with it. Pass to Towns. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's...
17.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Boy, you gotta like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and 5. And it's Russell in at the 1 spot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA drafts.
You are so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. 2 important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team.
You know, every team is looking for guys like Norman Powell, an explosive athlete who is relentless and he can shoot the ball.
To the paint. Ooh, good finish at the rack off a slick feed. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Pass to Covington. Now here's Batum. Stolen by Reed. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. On the wing, Noel. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Anderson from deep 3-point range. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The Clippers trail. Here's Jackson. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Here's Powell. Kennard outside. 3-pointer. Sends it home from 3-point land.
When Kennard is that set up, you almost can't miss. Such a skilled shooter.
Here's McLaughlin. Kicks it out to Anderson. Pass to McLaughlin. And there's the foul. It'll go on Norman Powell. That's his first foul.
They're having a hard time with fouls. It's still early, but one more and they'll be over the limit.
Inside. Here's Reed.
Gotta commend the defense from Nicholas Batum, doing all he can to make a difference.
Powell finds Covington for the lead. Nice move. And the jam by Covington.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged and everything has to be earned.
Stolen by Jackson. Outside Covington. Pass to Batum. Out to Covington. 6 to shoot. Kennard outside. Launches a 3. Can't hit that one. So Minnesota will take it the other way and grant a career resurgence for Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, B.A. After dealing with injuries, even at one point considering walking away from the game, he's found renewed success, and he's shown he's got plenty left in the tank.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Anderson with a screen.
2 minutes.
And finished off by Anderson.
Getting himself to the rim, Anderson continually finds ways to impact the game.
Now here's Jackson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Covington finds Powell. Kennard on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Second half. half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Pass to Noel. Spins. Here's Prince. No good on the three. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Jackson down low. Covington passes to Kennard. Here's Powell. There's the triple. Nails it from 3. Powell's got 5 points in the quarter.
Norman Powell has become lethal from deep. Fantastic shot.
Pass to McLaughlin. Here's Noel. Powell covers. Right wing. Anderson for 3. That shot is off.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Stolen. Here's Noel. Jacks up a 3. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. The Clippers have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Pass to Powell. Outside Covington. Here's Batum. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Clippers ahead. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the floor for the Clippers, the two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court, and it's Wall in at the 1. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. He told the squad, run when you have the chance. We can't score all of our points in the half court. Push the rock. Let's see if they listen to Coach. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. Russell against Wall. Outside Russell, just 4 to shoot from 20 feet. Kept alive. Towns. Shots blocked. They retain possession. Gobert no good.
After clawing their way back in, that was a chance to even things up.
Ever so close. Needed that one to go down.
The Timberwolves have gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. Russell finds Gobert. And here's Edwards. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, BA, that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Russell up top. Wall covering. Towns passes to Russell. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Towns. Let's go with a 3. And they recover it. Pass to McDaniels. Towns against Wall. Shot clock at 6. And so they foul intentionally.
John Wall. First personal foul. Third team foul.
Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it.
Oh, that's some pesky defense. Should have thought twice before attempting that pass.
Morris can't hit. The Timberwolves trail. Towns passes to Gobert. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Towns. Edwards with it. He's guarded by Zubats. To tie it up. Offensive board. Here's Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
That's a signature move by Gobert. The length allows him to do what others can't.
George outside. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that fact.
First personal foul. First team foul. Shooting foul.
That's good from George.
You know, no one produces like Paul George does. He elevates your team's abilities in any situation. We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Wall against Russell. Pass to Towns. Back to Russell. 5 to shoot. The kick out to Edwards. Towns for 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got 6 rebounds here tonight. That's good from Wall on the assist by Zubac. And the Clippers lead by 4.
So physical for a 1. Ball has the size and skill to do work in the paint.
It's McDaniels on the wing. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard. For Los Angeles, they've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, BA. Not sure what got into him.
We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. And stolen by Gobert.
I'll tell you what, terrific anticipation defensively. Tracked him all the way. That pass had no chance.
Oh, and Russell loves to remind us that he has ice in his veins. Big time bucket.
Now Wall. Leonard outside. Pass to Zubac. McDaniels with the rebound. And for Minnesota, they're shooting only 39% so far in the game. Here's Gobert. Leonard defending. Out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it.
Oh my goodness, he's kicking himself. You know, that's a critical time to commit a turnover. No telling how the error will ultimately play out.
There's a minute 26 left to play in the 4th. And here's Wall. To the middle. Zubac passes to Leonard. And again, no good by the Clippers. Leonard's gone 2 of 5 from the field here. Gobert finds Edwards. Gobert with a screen on George. Edwards pass to Gobert. And he'll draw the foul. And no surprise here. At this stage of the game, they're going to use the coach's challenge. Take another look at the call.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Russell with the ball. Shot clock at 5. Edwards for 3. Offensive rebound, Timberwolves. Back to Towns. Outside Edwards to take the lead. Again, the miss by Edwards.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
Now here's Zubac. Back to Wall. Leonard on the wing. Defended by Gobert. Kicks it to George. Lets the 3 fly. And connects from downtown.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
Zubac with the steal. So it's the Clippers picking up the win. And they barely score.
Thanks for tuning in this Wednesday. 2K Sports presents the NBA. And Greg, you were talking about this. What you appreciate about this matchup, the team-first mindset on both sides.
Very unselfish, and we're going to see guys moving the ball. And, Kevin, they play for one another. That's why these clubs rack up so many assists.
Here are the five for the Clippers. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post-tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at point. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Leonard missing. Stolen by Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Memphis. Now Morant. Adams dishes to Morant. Outside for Jackson. There's the triple. Drills it from outside.
What a deft pass by Morant. He finds a wide open man as quickly as anybody in our league.
Now here is George. It's a three-point game. Morris passes to Wall. 6 on the shot clock. Here's George. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Summer of 2014, Doris. Paul George suffering a leg injury playing for the national team.
Kevin, I remember that injury like it was yesterday. There were many, including me, who wondered whether Paul George could ever be the same guy. And amazingly, he puts in all the necessary work, and I think has come back better. That is a huge credit to his work ethic and his grit.
Now here's Morant, and he drives in. Here's Adams. Good, and the nice assist from Morant.
What a terrific pass. Work the ball inside and create a good look for your teammate.
Wall kicks to George. The 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Out to Brooks. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Zubac.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Leonard dishes to Morris. Pass to Zubac. Outside for George. And the wide open shot for Morris. And again, no good by the Clippers. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. Morant against Wall. Now here's Morant. Defense is right there. And a wide open look for Payne. Payne's on the trifecta.
And this is something Morant does well. His knack for knowing when to make that feed is impressive.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Tyronn Lue.
Well, don't let Kawhi's quiet demeanor fool you. This guy has athleticism and explosiveness. How about that in style?
Now here's Morant. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And the Grizzlies with possession here. They lead by 4. Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
And just so dynamic at that lead guard position. Morant there just stuffs it.
Doris, it's been great to see the Clippers rise to prominence over the last 10 years, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, listen, this was an organization that spent years in futility, but you have to admire the transformation that has led to consistent success. They used to be a franchise that made the playoffs maybe once in a decade. Now you expect them to contend in the West.
Here's Wall after the made shot from Desmond Bane. Outside, George for 3. No good that time. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Bane with it. Leonard picks him up. Brooks outside. Morant against Morris. Bane for 3. Outside for Jackson. Good. And the nice assist from Morant. Morant Morant's got 4 assists in the game. And the Clippers call time here. 1:03 left to play here in the first. Left side, Wall. Outside, George. Morris looking over the floor to end the run. The Grizzlies pull it in. Adams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Morant passes to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
We're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
And out of bounds is Memphis gains possession.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
Los Angeles calls timeout. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Outside for Jackson. Back to Morant. Bane passes to Morant. Clock at 6. It's up a 3-pointer. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Hey, what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Desmond Bane getting it done for Memphis. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Right bit.
Please give a big round of applause for your Grizzlies youth dance team.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Memphis.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
And their assist total also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
In at the guard spot, Morant and Bane. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Brooks in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. You know, Doris, there's some pretty cool stories, aren't there, about Kawhi Leonard and what he has done in the community.
There really are, Kevin. Think about it. When he wins the Defensive Player of the Year award, that comes with a card. And instead of using it for his own personal use, he donated that to a children's welfare charity. This is the same guy who gave 1 million backpacks to kids in need in Los Angeles. Just a few of the things he does for his community.
It's Morant with the drive. Jackson has the open look. Off target from 3-point range. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 11-point game. Out to Morris. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Here's Morant. Outside Jackson. Brooks outside. Going inside. Launches it. Jackson misses. Clippers trail by 11. Outside, George. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got his 5th rebound in this one. Morant with it. He's picked up by Wall. Bane inside the 3-point line. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Bane's got 10 points.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
Well, you have to appreciate the defensive battle for sure. Both squads struggling on the offensive end. We call this grit and grind.
Brooks with no one around. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Brooks has got his first 3 points of the game. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Leonard with the bucket. I've heard it said, Greg, a coach can't give you confidence, but they can take it away. What's the meaning behind that?
Well, players at this level are naturally confident, but when coaches are always critical, it can take you out of your game. Makes you just start to think a little too much on the floor.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Drives to the hoop. The Grizzlies pull it in.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Here's Adams, and Adams with the slam.
Steven Adams will leave no doubt when he's near the cup.
There's 1:54 left now here in the second. Morant against Wall. Outside, George. A three ball. Brooks grabs the board.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Fires from 18. Jackson, that's a two-pointer. Payne for three. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his six taken on the floor.
A solid distributor. I think Jackson is gifted at reading defenses and then being able to spot the open team.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
How about the more hitters for your Grizzlies Whitefox? Give him a hand.
Here's Leonard. 8 points for him. From deep. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. And the Clippers with a whole new lineup now. 1:16 left in the first half of the game. Morant with it. Guarded now by Jackson. The 19-foot shot. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. And the Grizzlies lead by 20.
A lot to like about the way they're playing right now, but still plenty of time left.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
There's 53 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. From deep three-point range. No good on the shot. The Clippers go the other way with it. They need this. And the rejection by Jackson. Batum, good. And the Grizzlies leading by 18. Stolen by Jackson. Kennard for three. Drains the three-pointer.
That's just heads-up basketball, and Jackson scanning the floor, spots the ready shooter. Nicely done.
Morant with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Payne passes to Morant. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot six and made three of them.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And so it's Memphis out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. The defensive work did not get called. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been a clinic out there by Desmond Bane.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. The guard and off guard, filled by Jackson and Powell. Kennard is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Batum in at the center position.
What's interesting to me is when somebody takes a buyout, that typically means they're close to done. That is not the case with Nick Batum. He got bought out of Charlotte in 2020, and he's still a very good basketball player.
Green passes to Conchar. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Conchar's got the first bucket of the third here for the Grizzlies. Jackson against Jones. Jackson with the bounce pass. Kennard for three. Grizzlies with the rebound. Talking about Batum, that buyout doors seemed to really rejuvenate him.
It's exactly right, Kevin. He moves to L.A., and we know everyone loves playing in that city. All of the twos numbers went way up, and you have to wonder, maybe that buyout refocused him.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul. Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Tillman.
Coming up to the floor for the Grizzlies, London.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Jones, the pass to Aldama. And there's the feed to Clark. They swipe it. Jackson in the corner to the inside. Covington kicks to Kanawha. And again, no good by the Clippers. And the Grizzlies leading by 22. Inside, Clark. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Nicholas Batum.
Tough task trying to corral Clark there, especially when he's looking to score.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Nothing yet for them in the third quarter. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
How about the dribble drive ability of Paul George, the quick handles for a guy his size.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Conchar. The Grizzlies with another miss. Clippers trail by 21. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part. And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
For Los Angeles, they've gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Nobody near George. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Aldama passes to Jones. Memphis moving that ball around. Takes a 3. Conchar, good. Conchar's got 6 points in the quarter.
And he found a perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Los Angeles calls timeout. A minute 50 left to play in the third. From deep, Wall. They get it again. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And the Grizzlies leading by 22. Jones looking for an opening. Green left side. Back to Jones. Passes it to Conchar. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by George. Drive. Conchar, the pass to Jones. Here's Conchar from the arc. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Conchar's got 9 points here in the second half. And here's Morris for 3. And he stays with it. A 3 from Leonard. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Aldama's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Conchar. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now. Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's foul number 2 for him.
14 foul.
32 seconds left in the third. Jones against Wall. 5 to shoot. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And the Clippers call time here.
Make some noise for your Grizzlies Grizzlies. Once again, fans, your Grizzlies.
20 seconds left to play in the third. It's stolen by Green. And here is Clark. He's made one and missed one so far in the game.
At the line for Memphis, Brandon Clark. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Clark. No good on the second free throw. Outside, George. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. You've got Brandon Clark, Green out there with Jones, and it's Conchar into the 2-guard. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Spins. Green dishes to Clark. Back to Green. Pass to Eldama. 6 to shoot. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Morris outside. Back to George. From deep. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Outside, Jones. Outside, Green. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Brooks outside. No good on the 3. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Here's Bain. From deep. With the putdown.
Well, simply stated, Steven Adams is a force to be reckoned with rebounding the basketball.
Now, here's George. From deep three-point range, but Grizzlies pull it in. Jackson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Payne for 3. It's rebounded by Leonard.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And the dunk by Zubac.
As good a scorer as he is, we know that Paul George is not a ball stopper. Excellent decision right there.
Outside Jackson. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got his 5th rebound in this one. Shoots. And that one goes long.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Morant with it. He's picked up by Wall. Memphis moving it around. Bain passes to Morant. Back to Bain. 6 on the shot clock. On the wing, Bain. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
Konchar's checked in for Memphis. Clippers have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Morant against Wall. Near the three-point line, it's Morris. That one wide left.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing wrong.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
The pass to Conchar. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter. Los Angeles has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And you can see why he might be off on some of his attempts. He's getting far fewer shots today than he's accustomed to.
And they go to the intentional foul.
You know, give him credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
That's good from Morant.
Boy, Morant's brought a lot of excitement. He almost always makes the night's highlight reel. He is what I'd call an elite showman. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Grizzlies.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for John Morant.
This guy putting on a passing clinic. If you want to know how to run an offense, roll back the tape from this evening.
George, no good.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way, because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
Here's Los Angeles now. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. A 3-pointer off the mark.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Here's Morant. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
High-effort play by Morant. He refuses to let the foul stop him from getting the shot up.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Leonard finds George. Fires the 3. Buries it from 3-point range.
Well, not only prolific from 3, but efficient from 3. Paul George, nicely done.
Well, this one is winding down now. Memphis can watch the clock run out. The first free throw is good.
At the line for the Grizzlies, John Morant.
Both free throws good from Morant. George looking over the floor. From outside, off the mark. Morant with it. Missed. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. And the outcome of this one.
And we're expecting an intense battle in the front court tonight, Grant.
Here we go.
Both teams with a lot of talent in those positions.
You know, BA, it'll be an interesting matchup here with the talent and size of their front court. It should make this game extra challenging for these squads. They can't just count on being the dominant force down low. They'll have to get a little creative.
Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward position.
Towns showing you a willingness to want to make his teammates better with that pass there.
Outside Morant. Second chance shot. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
In the paint, Morant stays nimble, and that allows him to make any needed adjustment to his shot.
First quarter of play, a minute in. Right side Edwards. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
The inbound, and he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Ja Morant picks one up.
Despite the wiry frame, taking it up strong inside, and D'Angelo will get free throws.
And Clark, how about the progress of the Timberwolves?
Love what they've done, BA. They put the pieces in place to be a playoff regular and still the youth to grow in the long term. That's a nice combination, especially when you look at a guy like Anthony Edwards. He's special.
Now here's Morant from deep. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Edwards, a pass to Towns. Sinks the tray.
Towns is really good at the three-point line, and he's a volume three-point shooter and relishes taking shots from there.
Up top, Morant, guarded by Russell. Morant against Russell. And the shot goes in. Morant's got his second basket.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using it. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Gobert. Towns with the ball. Guarded by Morant. Towns passes to Russell. Back to Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Yeah, you look at Russell, and one of the things I like most about his game is this guy has great vision and passing ability.
And it's Morant off the drive. Five on the clock. Oh, rejected by McDaniels.
Minnesota.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Morant against Russell. No luck on that one. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Morant into the lane. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Love the attacking mindset of Morant. Gets him to the line.
Taking 2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line.
Yeah, and we hear this a lot about the Grizzlies, but it bears repeating. There's probably no team in the NBA that has more reason for optimism than Memphis.
Now here's Russell. He's off on the layup. Outside Bain. Pass to Morant. Back to Bain. 6 on the shot clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Adams, the pass to Morant. Adams inside. He's against Gobert. Adams finds Bain. Over Edwards. No good off the back of the rim. You know, I think about all the optimism surrounding the Grizzlies. The rest of the NBA has been put on notice.
The NBA, and they should be. This team should be a contender for years to come. But the front office makes the right moves, which they have in the last few years. They could be hanging up some banners very soon.
Now here's Jackson. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
You know, using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
Gobert passes to Russell. Back to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
With incredible agility and reflexes, Gobert excels above the rim.
Now Morant. 6 points for him. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
Here's Edwards. Up and in on the layup. Edwards has got his second bucket of the night.
Built like a linebacker, Edwards is not your average off guard, folks.
The three from Payne. Can't get it to drop. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. The T-Wolves on top. They lead by 4. And we'll be back right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
Morant and Payne in the backcourt together. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Brooks in at the small forward position. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Now here's Morant. Brooks, the pass to Morant. Now Adams launches it. And no good.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
And you see Towns with those big mitts, able to control the basketball on the dribble. That's where the size of your hands would be a nice asset for you.
Morant with the slam!
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
Now here's Morant. Pass to Brooks. The three-pointer off the mark.
Something you can't put a price tag on, the Minnesota Timberwolves gained last season. Playoff experience, young guys getting accustomed to the crucible of postseason play. Extremely valuable.
Walking foul call. Stephen Hunt. First personal foul. First team foul.
And it's Russell on the drive. Edwards can't hit. So, Clark, would you say playoff experience also raises your regular season play?
I don't think there's any question about it, B.A. I never had a chance in my short career to play in the playoffs, but I covered a bunch of them as a broadcaster. There's a different electricity. There's a different intensity. There's a different feel in the locker room. You learn not to back down. You learn to work through adversity, and you learn to play under pressure.
Here's Edwards. After the basket by Memphis. He takes it in. And Edwards slams it in.
We've got liftoff here, folks. Once Edwards sprints past the defense, it is an absolute wrap.
Morant against Russell. Morant, the pass to Bane. Outside for Morant. Stolen by Russell. Down low. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Well, easy does it, Towns is saying to himself. Forget about the threes right now. I'm going to go with the flush.
Outside Morant. Off his foot. It's being called a kicked ball. From the inbound. And then Morant with the dunk.
Plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in the zone, he stays aggressive.
Outside Russell. The kick out to Edwards. Back to Russell. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Outside Morant. There's the drive. Outside for Brooks. Off target from outside. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. McDaniels finds Towns. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Russell against Morant. 1:03 left in the first half.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And then Morant with the dunk.
One of the faster players in the league, end to end. I mean, few people can run with Morant.
35 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Towns for three. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got his 5th rebound in this one. On the wing, Bain. Guarded by Edwards. Outside for Brooks. Clock at 6. Back to Morant. It's blocked by Gobert.
A rangy defender with great defensive timing. I mean, why do you think they call Gobert the Stifle Tower?
Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight.
18. Let's get it for the double.
We've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Slicing up the defense, living in the lane. Terrific first half for him.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. Kyle Anderson is out there with Taurean Prince. Then it's Jalen Noel. Then it's Jordan McLaughlin. And it's Reed in at the center position. Minnesota shooting around 50% of the game so far. And you can tell how much these fans here in Memphis love their Grizzlies.
Yeah, I mean, B.A., ever since they moved here in 2001, these fans have been so loyal. And the players are also enjoy playing here. Memphis is a fun-loving city with great barbecue and a lot of character.
Now here's Jones. Outside for Green. For the lead. And it's Noel with the rebound.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh?
Not when he can throw it down like that. Boom!
And here are the Grizzlies now. The Timberwolves getting their last shot to go. Back to Conchar. Outside, Green. Pass to Tillman. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Hey, there's nothing more embarrassing than missing a dunk, but even more so when it's a solo effort.
Here's Prince. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. You know, Well, for most players, being a starter has value. But granted, some elite teams have been elevated by great players who have accepted a reserve role.
And it's really special, BA, when you have that. Players who are willing to sacrifice for the greater good of the team. Putting winning first at all costs. When you think about it through the years, Manu Ginobili with the Spurs, Andre Iguodala in Golden State, it really can galvanize a team and lead to winning championships.
Now here's Jones. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Pass to Clark. And a nice finish on the layup.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Here's Prince. Green covering. Back to Prince. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Shooting for Minnesota, Torian Prince. At the line for
Well, I like the fact that Prince does a good job picking his spots. He's not a guy that forces things. Kind of lets the game come to him naturally.
Now here's Jones. Outside for Green. Beyond the arc. Drains the triple. Green's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's McLaughlin. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Memphis trailing here. Here's Jones. Lays it up and banks it in. Jones has gotten his first basket of the night.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
A slam dunk by Reed.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Jones with the ball. And he gets it to go. Jones has got 4 points this quarter.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Pass to Noel. Now Reed. Here's McLaughlin. And stolen by Clark. Here we go. On the wing, Conchar. Looking for his first basket, still in this one. 6 to shoot. They get the rebound. The shot that time, not on target. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they'd like.
And I really can't see why they wouldn't.
Outside, Anderson.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Anderson gets the bucket.
Any possession that ends with him finishing at the rim is ideal.
The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 8 in the third. Outside Jones. Pass to Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
To the inside. Here's Noel. And it's blocked by Clark. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up. Tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. We've got Green. John Conchar is out there with Tyus Jones. Then it's Brandon Clark. And it's Williams in at the power forward position. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. So Memphis ends up going with a new group. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, I had a chance to find out what Taylor Jenkins was discussing with his players. He is not happy about their perimeter play at either end. They're getting killed with the free ball both ways. He said it's a battle they can't lose if they want to come out of here with the win.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
I mean, just an agile move by Morant down low, working around the contact and getting it to go.
Tries the spin move. Edwards can't hit.
Oh, gritty defense, protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
Brooks against McDaniels. Pass to Adams. Kicks it out to Jackson. Shot clock at 3. Over Towns. Oh, the go-ahead bucket, no good. Minnesota in the lead. Here's Edwards. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's off Desmond Bain.
Well, one thing you learn about Anthony Edwards, he does not lack for confidence. He wants to become the best to ever do it, and he believes he can.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Minnesota.
I mean, they play some beautiful basketball all game. The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
You've also got to commend them for how they've attacked the basket. They've been aggressive. They've not settled and have consistently gone at the rim.
And you see the ambition for greatness in Edwards. But, Grant, is he willing to do the work?
Well, B.A., think about this. He's a quick study. He listens to his coaches with curiosity, and he's driven to achieve the goals they set for him. Yeah, I think he can.
He hits the second from the line. And for Minnesota, they're shooting 52% from the floor so far. Moran against Russell. Towns down low. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. On the wing, Brooks. McDaniels covering. And slammed it home. And the foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
One other thing I've liked is how assertive they've been on D, swatting a good number of shots away as a result.
Showing us a little bit of everything tonight. Karl Anthony Towns, extremely versatile, taking over at the offensive end.
Moran against Russell. Oh, there's Moran with the slam.
Hey, they really needed that one. Big time move inside.
Way up and over the big guy. What a time in the ball game to make it happen.
Gobert with a screen on Bain. Edwards, a pass to Gobert. The Grizzlies pull it in. Adams got 6 rebounds in the game. And it's Moran off the drive.
Yeah, teams try to get physical with Moran, but he shows exceptional body control off the contact.
And Moran no good on that one. Minnesota has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. The whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
For Memphis, they've gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. Morant, the pass to Bain. Russell against Morant. Russell with the rebound.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Towns finds Russell. Edwards with it. Back to Russell. It's McDaniels on the wing. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Desmond Bain. That'll be a second foul of the game. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter here. Edwards, a pass to Gobert. Lets it fly. Outside for Russell. Fires from deep. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Here's Morant. Into the lane. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Can you say prime time player Morant
the basket, and the whistle blows. Chance at a three-point play here. Going to the line for one. Minnesota has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Edwards against Bain. Towns down low. Outside Russell. Clock at 4. Gobert passes to Russell. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Oh, he nails it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And the trust this team has in Gobert. They know he looks to come up huge in the clutch.
Morant finds Bain from the arc. Good, and the setup by Morant.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Now here's Towns to the left wing. The kick out to Edwards. Brooks against McDaniels. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And here's Morant. From deep.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
That looked to me.
Hey, Brent, tonight we got a terrific matchup in the back. Let's rewind here a little bit, go back to when you played. Who were some of the guards you really enjoyed playing against?
What if I start with the list of the guys, Kevin, I didn't enjoy playing against? If I named Allen Iverson, Mitch Richmond, and of course, Michael Jordan. Not the funnest nights at work, if you get my drift, but I did love playing one John Barry.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Hiding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Anderson is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Russell in at the one. Now here's Edwards to the middle. Anderson finds Russell. Tries the spin move. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 4-second violation.
LA basketball.
And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
Al Russell following the three-point attempt by John Wall. McDaniels passes to Russell. McDaniels with the ball. Leonard's there. Edwards dishes to Gobert. Russell against Wall. Fires for three. The rebound by Anderson. I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past, just keep evolving as a team.
Now Edwards, following the three-point attempt by John Wall from outside the arc. Anderson's shot is off. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here. And Morris throws it down.
You think about the growth of Kawhi Leonard's game, where in the first few seasons had very few assists as a playmaker, and now it's a key part of his game.
Oh, here's Edwards. Down low. Right block shot. Russell kicks to Edwards. The kick out to Anderson. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Here's Morris. Rebound Minnesota. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Edwards with it. George picks him up. Anderson finds Russell. Over in the corner, McDaniels. The pass to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
You won't find a higher percentage shot in this league. Gobert from ground zero.
Morris outside. Pass to Leonard. And McDaniels with the block. Right side, Russell. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
George against Edwards. Anderson outside. He dishes it to Gobert. Nice move. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Anderson has great vision as a point forward. Exceptional court awareness.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
George passes to Morris. Los Angeles with another miss for Minnesota. They've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Gobert with a screen on George. Edwards dishes to Gobert. Out to Edwards from past the arc. That shot is off. The Clippers go the other way with it. Edwards against Leonard. Misses from close range. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Anderson with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Leonard attacking. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Kind of fun when you see his personality come out in this game like that.
Russell against Wall. Russell kicks to Anderson. Back to Russell. The kick out to Anderson. Fires the three, and the three ball is good.
So important that Anderson can step up and knock down shots like that.
Here's Zubac. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take so far on the Timberwolves?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. At court guards are Russell and Edwards. McDaniels is out there with Kyle Anderson. And it's Gobert in at the 5. And finished off by Gobert.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now, here's Wall. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. This is it to Zubac. It doesn't go for him. Gobert with the defensive effort. McDaniels passes to Russell. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. The kick out to Anderson. Takes the three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got his 5th rebound in this one. Brett, looking back, the Clippers have really put things together over the last decade.
They have. Injuries have been a factor the past couple seasons, so they haven't competed at the level certainly that their owner wants to, but they're trying to keep this core group of guys together. And if they do that and they get health, there's a lot of talent there and a lot of guys who've done it on the biggest of stages.
Anderson wide open. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Anderson's got the lead up to 8 now for Minnesota.
Anderson that time shooting without any hesitation. Slow-mo, getting one off.
And the Clippers call time here. And you see players trying to get the officials to blow the whistle. Were players in your day, Greg, falling down as much as they seem to be doing now?
Oh, it's way more common now. And let's face it, it's a copycat league. All the whistles slow the game down. I just love to see them let a little bit more go.
Now, here's George.
Not afraid that time as PG goes right at the defense to make that play happen.
The Clippers shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
And George drops them both.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Edwards kicks to Russell. Back to Edwards. Anderson with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. Anderson passes to Edwards. Dishes it to Gobert. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Gobert's got 8 points.
And the bulk of Gobert's offense is going to come down low. Even if the D knows that, it can still be tough to stop.
Now, here's Wall. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Los Angeles calls timeout.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Basket good. He has 6.
What an athlete as Kawhi gets a step on the D, and they're helpless.
Amazing the way Kawhi Leonard has evolved throughout his career.
Well, in the early part of his career playing in San Antonio, defense was his calling card. And you could even argue that his offense has gotten better than his defense, which is simply remarkable. One of the top all-around players in the NBA.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
And just an excellent rebounder. Gobert is so good at using that incredible wingspan to track down those additional scoring opportunities.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
And a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
All with the steal.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there.
Leonard finds George. Fires from deep. The rebound by Anderson. Minnesota leading by 8. Edwards inside, covered by Wall. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And so he makes both from the line.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
The kick out to Wall. Back to Leonard from downtown. Sinks the triple. Leonard's got 5 points now this quarter.
He has the touch to do some damage from 3-point distance.
Ball against Russell. Pass to Edwards. Anderson inside. He's got 6. shot by McDaniels, no good. Clippers trail by 7. Ball passes to Morris. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And this is his second trip to the line in the game. He's off on the first.
At the line for the Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards.
And he sinks the second. We've got 28 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Ball against Russell. And Leonard has it in the corner. And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Minnesota on D. And here is Morris. Just 5 on the clock. In the corner, George with it. Stolen by Anderson.
Well, the instincts on defense on full display there. It was a gamble.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the...
13, the Timberwolves, 21.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Rudy Gobert has been sensational.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. The guard and off guard, filled by Jackson and Powell. Batum is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Kennard in at the small forward position. 6 to shoot. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And the Clippers call time here.
Come on, let's hear it for your Clippers Breakers. And those were our Clippers Breakers. Let me hear you get loud for them.
Reed kicks to Moore. Back to Reed. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Jackson with it. That's a 2 from Kennard. Reed with the rebound.
Well, he wants that one over again, I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Here's Moore, and a layup falls. And now it's a 12-point Minnesota lead.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
Jackson passes to Kennard. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Noel. The Timberwolves shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Now, here's Kennard. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And here's Covington from the arc. They get it back.
And Batum showing off where he gets in there aggressive and sniff that one out.
Minnesota leading by 12. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Here's McLaughlin, guarded by Jackson. Deft touch on the alley-oop.
Yeah, nice, silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Now here's Jackson. Now the pass to Kennard. A putback, and it's put back in by Powell.
And how about Norman Powell getting in there, playing aggressive on the glass?
Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Noel. Here's McLaughlin. Passes to Reed. Batum with the steal. Back to Kennard. Lets the 3 fly. Another shot. And they recover it. And Jordan McLaughlin picks up the foul here. That's his first foul. And the Clippers with a whole new lineup now.
Substitution on the court.
Leonard looking around. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
With those long arms and with the high release point, Leonard is practically daring you to foul him.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard. Timberwolves leading by 10. Right around 3 minutes into the second half.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 2 minutes.
Here's McLaughlin, covered by Wall. Just 4 to shoot. Here's McLaughlin. On the 3 off target. And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers.
And you just look at what Marcus Morris has done in his career.
Well, such a solid forward in the game right now, averaging over double digits in the last 8 years, but it's been that expansion and the fact that he can step behind the three-point line and be as deadly as he's been the past couple seasons. It's been a remarkable, consistent offensive production for his career.
Here's McLaughlin, following the basket by Marcus Morris. McLaughlin, the pass to Reed. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. A new lineup here for the Timberwolves.
Substitution on the court.
Clippers trail by 8. Wall taking his time here. Outside, George. Gobert with the block.
And the reach and height of Gobert, it literally makes it impossible to score over him. He's able to get all over that shot.
Here's Morris. The kick out to Wall. A 3 from Leonard. And again, no good by the Clippers. Timberwolves leading by 8. McDaniels finds Anderson. Outside Edwards. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
And sometimes it's as simple as this. Throw it up anywhere near Gobert, and he's going to finish it.
And clearly, Tyronn Lue wants to talk it over. Clippers trail by 10. Here's George. Gobert with the block. The Timberwolves shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
A year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And Gobert drops them both.
An improved free throw shooter compared to his earlier seasons. Nice to see Gobert attack his weakness.
Nice D from Russell. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle. Or you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So on the floor for Minnesota. Fighting in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Kyle Anderson is out there with Gobert, and it's Russell in at the 1.
You look at the massive hauls that have been received in the trades with Paul George. That should tell you how valuable PG is.
So he gets them both. Al Russell. Outside Edwards. Anderson kicks to Edwards. The kick out to Anderson. Shot clock at 5. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Timberwolves lead by 13.
Anderson continues to work on the shot and wants to be more and more consistent. There's a good sign there.
Ball passes to George. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
That's his third personal foul. First team foul.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
And George with the stop.
You got to have just great ball control when you're making a move like that. And Paul George definitely has the handle.
Left side, Edwards. Anderson kicks to McDaniel. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Pass to Morris, feeds to Leonard. Stolen by McDaniels. Outside, Russell. The dish to Edwards. Count it. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Minnesota.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
And not to mention, they're playing with great activity. A lot of blocked shots, good hands, active hands, nothing easy for the opposition.
And another three for Minnesota.
And this is big for Edwards' confidence, wanting to keep hitting from downtown and stretching that defense.
Outside, George. There's the three. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. George has got 7 now in this quarter.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Outside, Russell. Six on the shot clock.
2 minutes.
Oh, the lob to Gobert. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Zubac.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy two if the defense wasn't there. All the officials are all over that one.
Second team foul.
And he can't get the first one.
Marcus Morris Sr. at the line for 2.
And the second free throw, good.
Not a perfect trip to the free throw line, but they'll take what they can get at this point.
And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. At one point, they led by 16. It's Edwards on the wing. And another three for Minnesota.
The defense better make sure they're sticking to all 4 other players, or else D'Angelo's going to find the open man.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They trail by 15. 1:39 left in the fourth. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Goes back up.
Foul for the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards. First personal foul. Third team
The free throw drops for Zubac.
at the line for your Clippers. Zubac.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. You know, you appreciate Zubac's focus on close-range looks as a big man.
Well, Zubac's one of those big centers that's burly and tough and rugged on the inside. And while other bigs are searching that three-point line out, Zubac's looking to get deep into the paint. You look at his shooting percentages over the past couple seasons, up around 60%. It's good shot selection and great consistency.
1:14 left to play here in the fourth. Outside, George jacks up a three. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Timberwolves.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Rudy Gobert.
I like his aggressiveness here tonight, especially on the glass. He was not messing around.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
Anderson passes to Russell. Back to Anderson. It's Edwards on the wing. 5 to shoot. The tray. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Clippers with the ball. They trail by 11. Here's Morris. Outside for George. Three-pointer. And they'll get another chance. Back to Zubac. Outside Leonard. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has
maybe influenced by his years with Tim Duncan, who also had that poker face. Allie, good stuff. So the Clippers win the tip. And the starting lineup for the Grizzlies. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Morant and Bain in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at the 5. Now here's Leonard. Back to George. Shot clock at 5. 4-3. The Grizzlies pull it in. And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Grant.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals, but without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He will gladly take those.
Now here's Morant. On the wing, Bain. Pass to Brooks. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And about a minute gone in the first quarter. Outside Morant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. A unique talent. Ja Morant has taken the NBA by storm. Grant, does Ja remind you of anyone?
Well, many people, including Paul George, have compared Ja to a young D. Rose. Yet each explosive athletes at the one position. Both Ja and Rose leading their teams at a young age as well.
Every night, Ja Morant has a hard job to do. He draws the opponent's toughest defender in each game they play. That's how talented of a scorer he is.
Well, you talk about the D Morant has to face. Yet he finds a way to get the best of most of those matchups, Richard.
He's got a very advanced offensive skill set. He can score off the bounce. He can spot up. Depending on who's guarding him, Ja can adapt and find any weakness.
Now here's Morant. First quarter, just over a minute and a half in.
When Morant drives, he is just so difficult to stop. His agility, that's what makes beating the D look so easy.
George against Bain. Out to Leonard. Back to George. Fires for 3. Buries it from 3.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
George has gone 1 for 3 from deep tonight. Morant, the pass to Bain. Outside for Brooks. George against Bain. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Clippers have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Leonard outside. It's George on the wing. Can't get the go-ahead bucket.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
And Morant gets double-teamed. Jackson left side. The three is up. It's rebounded by Morris.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Jackson right side. Morris passes to Zubac. That puts him in the lead.
I just love when teams make it work down low.
First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Morant against Jackson. Morant, the pass to Adams. There's Jackson with the three. He can't hit that time. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Here's George. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. George has got his second bucket on the night.
The focus, the balance. George doesn't back down from converting these challenging buckets.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. Here's Adams. And that one's good. A nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the second effort.
I love his tenacity. Extra possessions, second chance points. That's winning basketball.
Here's Jackson. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Had enough room to get just like an easy layup.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Gets the 3 ball to go. George has gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Over his career, George has put up great numbers from deep. The ultimate 3-and-D player.
Morant, the pass to Adams. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
There's 37 seconds left in the first. The kick out to Morris. There's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. It's a 5-point game. Up top, Morant, defended by Jackson. Outside for Brooks. On the wing, Bain. George defending. And it's Adams missing. Leonard outside from behind the arc.
I like Morant's work-the-like approach on D. He finds good matchups and makes an impact.
Paul George, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for long. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Clippers. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball, trailing by 5. On the court for the Grizzlies. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Bain and Brooks out on the wing. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. Here's George. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Ja Morant picks one up.
The physicality of George. His coaches and teammates encourage him to attack and draw contact.
That's good for George. Well, you know it takes courage to draw charges. Guys get trucked all the time, and they still call a blocking foul. You think more of those should be no calls, Grant?
You know, B.A., courage is the right word. If you're willing to step in there and sacrifice your body for the sake of the team, you know what? If you don't give them a charge, I prefer...
Oh, throw it down! Wow!
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Jackson against Morant. Out to Leonard. Puts up a 3. And it's Bain with the rebound.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Morant finds Adams. Bain against Jackson. Now here's Bain. He's guarded closely. Just 5 to shoot. Jackson can't get it to go.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the team must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
and just one of the most complete players in the game today. George's two-way game and strong leadership traits are reasons why he's a star.
Paul George, 2 shots.
So hits one and misses one at the line. Memphis trailing here. Morant, the pass to Bain. Good, and the setup by Morant. Morant's got his 3rd assist of the night.
And you see the unselfishness from Morant, wanting to share that ball with any open teammate.
The kick out to Morris. Leonard outside. Fader on the way. Oh, sweet move. And he sinks the layup. And the Clippers lead by 6.
Athletic play by Leonard in the paint, not letting anything hold him back from his shot.
Here's Morant, and he makes it on the layup. Morant's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Jackson, pass to George. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
He has such a skilled scorer. When George is looking to attack, it puts pressure on the D.
Paul George.
And he drops the first. George hits them both.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
The Grizzlies have gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Here's Morant. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to go on Paul George.
The explosiveness of Morant is just incredible. His motor and work ethic are both tremendous as well.
And Morant drops them both. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Jackson with it. Now George. Now here's Leonard. 5 to shoot. From deep 3-point range. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Grizzlies.
Ball to Memphis.
The Grizzlies shooting has been good. 54% on this one. Morant, the pass to Bain. Good, and the setup by Morant. Morant's got his 4th assist in this one.
The dime courtesy of Morant. I'd love to play with Jock. He's always looking to move that ball.
The kick out to Morris. Pass to Zubac. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Bain with it. He's picked up by Zubac. Jackson, the pass to Adams. Outside Bain. 1:35 left to play in the first half. From deep, Morant. They get it again. Adams, the pass to Jackson. Finally gets one to go. That makes him 1 for 5 in this game.
A tough cover. Jackson has a ton of post work. He can go over either shoulder or face up.
Pass to Leonard. Back to Jackson. Leonard outside. Kicks it out to Jackson. Here's Morris. Second chance effort. Oh, Adams with the block.
Oh, a fantastic defender. Adams embraces his role on this team as their defensive anchor.
They get it back. Here's Jackson. The open shot by Brooks. Cash money on the open jump shot. Brooks has got his first points of the night.
Drew the defense and made the proper read, hitting his teammates on the perimeter.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over.
When we evaluate players, one thing that gets overlooked, age. Take Jaren Jackson Jr. He was only 18 when he got drafted in 2018.
There's 39 seconds left in the second. Leonard outside. to end the run. Kicks it to George. Leonard outside. 6 on the shot clock. And the call will be against Jaren Jackson. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. 4th team foul. Substitution on the court.
There's 14 seconds left in the first half. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
What an effort from Wall on the play, refusing to let the foul stop him from taking the shot.
Line for your Clippers. John Wall, taking 2 shots.
Good on the second one. Pass to Conchar. The 3. He can't get that one to fall. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Grizzlies out in front. They're up by 2. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Paul George with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Wall and Powell are the backcourt duo. Robert Covington is out there with Nicholas Batum, and it's Kennard in at the small forward position. That's the group starting the second half for Ty Lue. Green against Kennard. And it's Green missing. The Clippers trail. Outside Wall. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Personal foul.
And after a series of major injuries, Wall still remains one of the more athletic players in this league.
First free throw is good.
At the line for 2.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Memphis shooting a nice 50% for the game. Jones against Wall. Here's Conchar. Outside, Green. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Jones. That one's wide left.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. And Williams punches it home.
Strong defense followed by some smart offense. That's just good fundamentals.
Ball against Jones. Powell outside. Over to the left wing. And stolen by Jones. And here they come with the tip.
Oh, that's impactful defense right there. Finding a steal and instantly turning it into offense.
Since entering the league in 2015, Tyus Jones has proven to be as reliable as it gets. A multi-talented guard who plays to his strengths.
Kennard. Conchar pulls it in. The Grizzlies have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Inside. Powell with a steal. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. And the jam by Covington.
The vertical of Covington paying dividends. Fantastic job leaping up to slam it down.
And what you appreciate about Jones is how under control he is, Richard. He's never in a rush.
It's what allows the game to come so naturally to him. He's skilled at keeping things very simple. Solid at setting the pace for himself and his squad.
Out to Powell. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. And stolen by Jones.
LA foul. John Wall. First personal foul. First team foul.
Memphis leading. With the drive, pass to Conchar. Pure from three-point range. Conchar's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. And here's Batum. Lets it go from deep. Jones against Wall. Here's Batum. Basket counts.
And being that Wall is a point guard, it's his responsibility to facilitate. Just a terrific dime right there.
Jones against Wall. Pass to Conchar. The shot no good. And Los Angeles the other way now. With the crossover, and it's laid up and in by Kennard. And now it's just a 2-point Grizzly lead.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Jones against Wall. Outside for Green. Pass to Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Covington. And stolen by Covington. On up the court. Oh, now that's how you finish a break. Throw it down with force.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
And as tired as they might be after fighting to tie it up, they have all the momentum now to finish this comeback.
The Clippers have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. To the paint. For the lead, Batum gets the bucket. Batum's gotten 4 this quarter.
If you look at how they've come out in the second half, it's almost like night and day.
And they look like a completely different team. I wonder what coach said to them at halftime to help spark this momentum change.
Here's Covington. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Powell right side. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Brandon Clark. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second team. Substitution on the court.
There's 10 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Morris for 3. Conchar pulls it in. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. The Clippers on top. They lead by a bucket. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with court vision and dime dropping ability.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. On the court for Memphis to start the 4th. Moran and Bain in the backcourt together. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Brooks in at the small forward position. And a great assist by Moran as that one goes. And the Grizzlies lead by 1.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
Jackson, pass to George. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at them.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Pass to Bain. Jackson with it. Guarded now by Morris. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. And we played through about a minute here in the 4th. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his 3rd foul so far.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Wall, he's checked in for the Clippers. Well, the Grizzlies shooting a nice 50% for the game. The drive by Moran. Here's Adams. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Morris. George against Jackson. Outside Wall. Here's Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Adams George grabs the miss. Adams has got 4 rebounds in the game. Outside Morant. And then Morant with the jam.
A great score. Morant showing his poise on that shot.
The free throw drops for Morant. The Clippers have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. Wall, the pass to Morris. Now here's Zubac. Crafty move. And the layup falls. Boy, it's been a grinder, a back and forth all night.
Oh, 7 times the lead has changed. Neither team giving an inch.
Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
It's been all about Ja tonight. Can score in so many different ways.
4th quarter play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. George outside. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That's on Steven Adams.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies. George hits them both.
In a tight game, he is exactly who you wanted at the line.
Wall against Morant. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Play by Morant, sticking with his shot to ensure he gets himself fouled while in the act.
And Morant drops them both. For Los Angeles, they've gotten half of their attempts to fall in the 4th. 2 for 4 now. Leonard against Brooks. Morris for 3. And the Clippers miss again for Memphis. They've gone 3 of 5 since this 4th quarter started.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Morant against Wall. Pass to Bain. Oh, George with a steal. Stolen by Bain. And foul called on Paul George. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Morant against Wall. Morant, pass to Bain. Back to Morant. Clock at 6. A minute and a half left to play in the 4th quarter. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Pass to George. Stolen by Jackson. Morris against Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
Massive points from Morant, the leader of this team, willing to take the big shot.
Morris outside. Back to Wall. The kick out to Morris. Leonard on the wing. Brooks defending. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That's on Steven Adams.
As even a temperament as you'll ever find, Leonard is usually nails at the line, especially at the end of games.
And Leonard drops them both. 51 seconds left in the game. And I think we'll see him milk the clock a bit.
Yeah, seems like the heady move right now.
Outside Morant. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. The free throw drops for Morant.
With the big-time and one. This is now a 2-possession game.
Leonard passes to George. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Here's Bain. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brooks. Here are the Clippers.
And not a moment to lose on this possession.
clock working against them right now.
George's shot is off. And the foul called on John Wall. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the line for 2. He hits the first one, and that puts him up 5.
John Morant at the line for 2.
And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there. To the middle. Oh, Brooks with the steal. And here's Bain. And the foul called on Paul George. That's it for him. He's fouled out. Not only that, they're in the bonus. So we'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, too bad he fouled out. But this team does have some depth at his position.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And he does get the second one. And that increases the lead to 6. And so the Grizzlies take the win. They played the fill-in tonight, and they played it well.
Yes.